when we looked at this page in Firefox afterwards, I went to go look at it, and we went to look at it. Let's see here, and it was all messed up. It was all like this, right? Okay, it's like, oh no, what happened? You know, why is it like that? Well, basically, what happened was, if you look at our index .php2 file here, right? What we've done is we've changed the link to the style sheets. So now this link, right? Here's a link. That's linking to a Joomla system style sheet. And this next link in the header is linking to another Joomla system style sheet called general.css. And then this last one is going to be the link to our template2.css, but once we've already installed it in Joomla as a template, right? So this link is actually not working right now. So if we want to see if this thing still works, actually, you could hit copy the link from your old HTML file. Here it is, link, hrefs, look in the CSS folder, look for template2.css, you see that right there, and then it's a style sheet, right? Type equals text CSS. And if I hit File Save on that, File, Save, and then I refresh in the window, which I did already while you were off screen, you'll see that nope, the style works. You know, we don't have any body content anymore. We don't have our lists of our elements, but you can see that the styling on the header still works. Well, why is that? Well, because I just put in the link to the style sheet, right? These other links are links that are going to work once this template's already installed in Joomla. So anyway, I'll just get rid of that. I just wanted you to know that not to freak out when all of a sudden you try to look at it in Firefox and the thing doesn't look right. Okay, so now we're moving towards finishing our template, and we need an XML file, basically our template install file. And this file is going to be called templateDetails.xml. Make sure you save it just like that, templateDetails.xml. And it's a capital D, and I'm going to hit File, Save As, and I'm going to save it to my folder. I got this from, there we go. Anyway, let's see here. Can only do a few things at the same time. CSS samples, right, here it is, templateDetails.xml. I'm just going to save it right in there. Okay, and I'll save another version. Well, we'll just fill it out now. You'll see here, this is an XML file, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change a few things. So I'll put my name here, and this is going to be, actually this is not the name here, this is the name of your template. So my template is called, the folder for my template is called CSS_samples. And so I'm going to need to name it the same exact name. Whatever the directory is of your folder, you need to name it that same name. So for instance, if you see here in this folder is called CSS samples, and inside is my future template here. I've got to name it the exact same name, CSS_samples. This other one that I'm working on is called telemed_template. So I would need to name that one the same exact thing. And I can do that right now too. So this is CSS samples. The date, you can put your date here, right? Your name, your email, your website, all this stuff you can fill in. The most important piece here is that this name is the name of the folder of your template, right? The name of the main directory of your template. Okay, a description. This is a sample template, right? Your company site, www 14th story design.com, right? Your email address, Dan at whatever. Your author name, you can put your name here, Dan's courses, right? Then this is the important part that I want to talk about with this install file. This XML file is like a packaging, a details packaging file. You know, if you buy a bike and it comes in a big box, and then you open up the box and there's a list of everything that's supposed to be included in the box. That's what this file essentially is. It's a list of everything that needs to be included from your site. So you'll see here that the files that are in here, file name templateDetails.xml, then there's going to be a file called index.php, then there is a file called template_thumbnail.png, which we're going to need to make. Then there's a CSS folder, and inside there is a CSS file called template2.css. And then in the images folder, all of the images that we're going to be using need to be in there. So if I go to my CSS samples folder, you'll see in there there's template2.css, and then there's also template.css. Well, I need to get rid of that now because it can't be there. Otherwise, if it's there and I don't list it in this list, right, then I'm in trouble, and the install is going to fail. Now, under my images, you can see I have a few images, right? I need to include all of these images if I'm going to keep them in this folder in my list of files there. So I have header_logo.jpg and also header_logo.png. If I want to keep both of those, then I need to put them in here. So images, header_logo.jpg, and what I need to do now is copy this line and paste and paste and paste and put all of my image names that are going to be there in the images folder. So once again, let me look at this. Images, header_logo png jpeg, header_image3.jpg. So header_image3.jpg, right? Another one is header_image, and notice it's img, not image spelled out, image2.jpg. Now, I'm not even using this maybe in the final site, but if maybe I will use it, but for all intents and purposes right now, I need to include it if I'm not going to get rid of it. So that's the main issue. So every file. Then your positions. I've got a top position, I have a left position. You have to put in all of the positions that are in your PHP file. So in my index2.php file, which I'm going to change to just index.php, my positions are name top, name nav main, let's see here, name right, name left, name footer. Okay, so I need all of those positions listed. Otherwise, the the template install will fail. So, okay, left is good, right is good, nav main. Okay, so those are my positions, and once again, I can just double check by looking in here and make sure I haven't missed anything. And as long as I haven't missed anything, I should be good. Right, left, footer, nav main, top. That's it. All right, I'm going to save this. And, well, eventually I'm going to save it as index.php, and that'll be the only one. I've got to make sure all of the files existing are listed here. Okay, here's in the main directory. These files are in the main directory. This file is in the CSS folder. This file is in the images folder. Do that and then save it, and then we'll go to the next piece.